Welcome, everyone, to BrunsonTV, a classy podcast where we talk about things like alcohol and sports. I'm with my roommate Eli here, and it's March, or it was March, so March Madness happened. So I took inspiration on March Madness. As you all know, March Madness happened. UConn defeated San Diego State. Eli, who'd you have winning before March Madness started?
Well, so I personally, I was going for the $1 million. I made probably 15 brackets.
As you would.
But I anticipated on making 25. I anticipated on maxing out. I didn't though because I just forgot, and then they were playing, and I couldn't make the bracket. But so all that goes to say, I had Alabama for like half of my brackets. I had UCLA and I had UConn, and in UConn. That was my best bracket. I think it finished with like a 99.8.
Yeah, you had. Tell them about that bracket.
So in this bracket, like I said, I was going for the $1 million. So every bracket I made was completely different than the other one. In this bracket, this one that I had UConn winning, I ended up in the Final Four having FAU and UConn, and those were two of the four. So I got 50% of those correct, and I think the FAU one, that was a pretty unpopular pick. So yeah, it was a really entertaining March. I don't think
one of the best March Madnesses maybe ever.
Speaking of their tournament, we should get to our tournament.
You're right. Oh, we were stalling. But yeah. Okay, so we got off track. But since we are beer connoisseurs here, we decided to make a 32-team beer tournament. So I've randomized all the beers I could think of, the most popular and the ones we like, into one big 32-team bracket. Okay, we'll just start. So there's no really organization to it. It's all random. So there's 34 beers. Only one's going to remain. We might frustrate some people with our rankings. I don't care.
Sorry if we do, yeah.
My opinion is law, and that's just how it is. Okay, for the first game of this series, the highly anticipated tournament, we have Live Oak versus Natty Light. Now, I don't think I've had Live Oak before, but I have had my fair share.
I've had Live Oak. It's pretty damn good.
Is it?
Natural Light is what, high school, maybe freshman year, but like, yeah, you have to have a lot of it for people and stuff like.
We have to factor in the popularity of it, though.
That is true. Are we factoring that in?
I mean, not for this matchup. Natural Light deserves to burn, but Live Oak wins clearly. But
well, then if that's the case, then I think Natural Light blows Live Oak out of the water.
But that might be blowing them out one way, but the taste blows them out another way.
All right.
It's got to be Live Oak. I refuse to let Natural Light make the next round.
No, I agree with you. I don't think Natural Light's the move at all.
All right. For the next match, we have a good one in my opinion. We got Miller High Life versus Sam Adams.
I don't think this is a good one at all. I think Sam Adams takes this one and leaves Miller in the dust.
I love me some Miller High Life.
So, like, what do you?
I think Sam Adams tastes better.
I'm gonna have to go Sam Adams.
I've had more Miller High Life, so this is harder for me. But the fact is, Sam Adams is just simply better.
So you have Miller High Life and Miller Light on this.
Yeah, there's two different beers, two popular beers.
Dude, no, this is good. Okay, so now this one's good because you have to factor in they're both Colorado beers, right?
Yeah, a lot of beers are Colorado. Colorado's the land of beer and other things, but
it's facts. But Texas has some good solid beers.
Of course.
Texas and Colorado, there's a couple staples.
I can't name any more beers that have come from one state than Colorado. I could name like 5 Colorado beers just off the top of my head. Blue Moon, Shock Top, Coors Banquet, if you want to count that.
That's BS.
Did I say Bush? I said Blue Moon, Shock Top, Coors, Bush. One more. I give up.
Oh, but back,
like
okay.
Keystone has a mountain on it.
Oh, you know what? Keystone is Colorado. I'm pretty sure.
That, though.
Yeah,
that's Pueblo. That's all Pueblo.
Yeah, that's got to be that Pueblo swill. Hopefully, no one from Pueblo hears this.
No, they don't have internet there.
Yeah, they
barely have cable. Bush and Blue Moon.
And Blue Moon. I gotta say Blue Moon, man.
Bush is like a Natural Light tier beer, but a little bit more respectable. Barely. If you're from Colorado, you get props for drinking it because those are the only people that do. But
Shiner Bock versus Hopadillo. This is interesting.
I got Shiner Bock.
I'm honestly like I'm not too familiar with either. Like I've had probably like I don't think I've ever had a full can of either. Maybe I've had a full.
I had one Hopadillo, not enough to remember, but what I do know, Shiner is not only strong in dark beer, but it also tastes good, which is rare for dark beers for me. It's very easy to get used to. Probably it's got an acquired taste like any dark beer, but it's very easy to get used to. Solid beer, 8 out of 10. That's my ranking.
I know you like Shiner and you're definitely behind Shiner. I personally like have to go with Hopadillo because
Debate here.
I'm a homer for the Carbach Houston brand. Is Shiner from Colorado?
Shiner's Colorado. Shiner's Colorado too. That's 5. I was right, guys.
Hopadillo, Shiner Bach. We've got a tie. How do we go about the tiebreak?
That's a good question. I'm gonna die on this hill. I'll tell you that though. I think it's the first person to give in. We could debate all. We got.
All right. You know what? I'm not willing to die on the Hopadillo hill.
I'll die on the Shiner.
So that's we'll say Shiner Bach moves on.
Coors Light and Miller's Light. This is having a mid-off right now, pretty much.
I am going to take Coors.
See, I was going with Miller because Cooper, every time he comes up, shout out to you, Cooper, he brings free Millers. And Miller's not only... Okay, I thought it died for a second. Millers have a better taste and better flavor, and for that reason, I'm going with Miller.
Okay, personally, I'm going to go Coors Light. We've got another...
The only thing good about Coors Light is that the can changes color depending on its temperature. So if it's hot, that is pretty. That's so cool. That is so cool. I'm sorry, Miller, but I don't think there's another beer that has like changing can colors. So Coors goes to the second round. It's unique. I mean, I gotta give them props. Now we have another pretty even not even, but like in this Modelo versus Corona.
I know you're probably gonna go Corona, and I'm probably gonna go Modelo, and I'm like willing. Oh, for sure. Don't look at me like that. Oh, for sure. A dressed Modelo is just as good as a dressed
Corona.
Yes, it's swill.
What does swill even mean?
It's like pig water.
I can't let Corona losing in the first round feels so wrong.
Have you had a dressed bottle beer from Herbert?
Yeah, I get a dressed dose every time I go there.
Do you know the salt that they put on it?
Yeah, it's smother it.
It's with the
like
line. It's
like
insane.
chalk.
So good, right? Mm-hmm. That's like what makes the beer. With
Delicious.
with a big fat Modelo can, bro. I'm telling you, it's top 10 best things you'll ever have in your life. I'm not even joking.
Yes.
It is the one of the better beers I've ever had in my life.
Fine. This could go on forever because I feel so bad for leaving like one of the most pocketed beers ever.
Oh, and you also have to think about our Hispanic population.
Well, what are you talking about? Corona's the same thing. Yeah. For this next game, we have Coors Banquet and Stella Artois.
Oh, Brayden, so this is one that I can see us totally having to do rock, paper, scissors on. And I wouldn't let Stella go down. Stella's like the champagne of beers. And I know that's some other crappy beer slogan, but Stella is like the legit champagne of beers. You feel so fancy drinking it. You feel classy. I remember one morning, UFC 280 was on, Charles Oliveira versus Islam Makhachev. I was watching this fight at like 10 in the morning because it was on Abu Dhabi time. And I had a big 6-pack of Stella Artois down here, man. And that was just a great morning. Unfortunately, Charles Oliveira did not get the win. He got submitted.
That's why, because you're drinking a Stella Artois. If you're drinking a Coors Banquet like a man, you'd probably...
Stella Artois is much more manly than a...
You just called it the champagne.
It's so classy. It's classy, man.
Okay, we're going to have to rock, paper, scissors this, guys, because I will die from it. I will die from my Coors Banquets. Okay.
Stella Artois, this one's for you. We're moving on. We are moving on. Let's do it. All right, cool.
Okay, Budweiser and Red Stripe. Now, I'm going to have to go with, Red Stripe.
Oh, yeah, Red Stripe. Jamaica, man. Arabia. That's their slogan, dude.
Is that really their slogan?
It's the Jamaican beer. Arabia. Red Stripe and what?
Budweiser.
Red Stripe by a
Number one
million.
beer in America versus the number
Is
one.
it really the number one beer in America?
Budweiser is the
Budweiser
most
is?
popular beer in America.
Damn, bro. Versus like my opinion.
I think taste, I'd go with Red Stripe. But we're just, a lot of people are going to
I agree. I think it should probably go to Budweiser, even though personally, just for the record, we both give it to Red Stripe. Red Stripe, we love.
Budweiser, I mean, Red Stripe tastes better, but like the cultural impact.
Red Stripe is 100% better.
Yeah, Budweiser. You see the Budweiser Super? Remember the Budweiser Old Super Cold?
The commercials too. But no. But the Red Stripe commercials are good too, man. Arabia.
Well, have you? Arabia. Have they ever had a Super Bowl commercial?
I don't not like Budweiser.
Budweiser
Man.
the king of the Super Bowl. We can't just no. We already have Corona out first round. Okay, Budweiser advances. Now we're on to the other side of the bracket for the first game matchup, which is going to be a beatdown, in my opinion, which is Dos Equis versus Angry Orchard. I don't think there's
Dos Equis.
Put in Dos Equis. That's like the clear winner. All right, okay, I'll let you have this. Okay, this is probably gonna be another blowout, which is Lone Star and Love Street.
Yeah, so Love Street is personally my favorite beer. I don't think it's the best tasting beer I've ever had in my life, but dude, it's such a smooth beer, a classic blonde from Houston, Texas, the best city on planet Earth. And
yeah, I mean it's all right.
Seriously, name two cities.
2 cities better than Houston?
No, just name 2 cities. Yeah, that's what I thought. Houston, Texas, home of the Texans, and the Love Streets, and the Carbach, and the St. Arnold's, which is what I'm sipping on right now. We're going to go Love Street by KO in the first round.
All right, for the next round, we have a kind of a dud of a matchup here is Heineken versus Keystone. Keystone, you could just throw that in the trash can.
Keystone, dude, you remember you went on a little Keystone phase.
That was when I was really broke. I mean, I still am, but like, that was when I still am broke, but like, the only reason you buy Keystones is if you don't have any money and you want to buy like 12 for $8. That's why you buy Keystones, but we're classy men here and we have money.
And so we're gonna give that one to Heineken.
Okay, next is Blue Ribbon versus Bud Light. An American classic, right? This is like the Yankees and the Red Sox going at each other right now.
Bud Light by easy landslide.
Bud Light wins.
Yeah, and I don't like either. I personally think both of them can go burn.
They're both cheap, mid-American beers, but Bud Light just has that cultural pull. You know?
Yeah, it's like everybody.
Knows Bud Light. That's when you think of a beer,
oh, except Bud Light, and I don't want to get political, but they are in the hot seat right now.
What'd they do? What could have they possibly done other than make
Strap in, Bray. Story time. They, get this, you'll never believe it, printed a rainbow on some of their cans. I know. Now people are really upset, and so they're like, there's videos of like all these hillbillies like throwing out there.
That's like, they gotta know.
No, and it's
Funny as fuck. He's like, I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was just saying, Bud Light, good for them for doing that, but they gotta know their audience. There's not one tolerant person that has ever drank a Bud Light.
That is factual. I was just about to say the same thing. It's like, man, like a Voodoo Ranger or some like IPA. Like I could totally see like, but Bud Light. It's like, man, I think when I think of Bud Light, I think of blue collar.
Yeah, like you're not. Yeah, you just clocked out of 12 hours from construction.
Hands are dirty.
You don't want to see a pride flag.
You just want to drink a beer and beat your wife.
For that reason, Bud Light's moving on.
Yeah, cheers to Bud Light. No, but seriously, yeah, there are like videos of these guys, like all these MAGA dudes, like taking like their fridges full of Bud Light and just tossing it in the trash. I'm like, guys, you already bought that. Exactly, it's like you're just throwing it away. You already bought that, and it's not even the cans with.
Yeah. It's like, remember when the NFL thing was going on and people were like canceling?
When they had like the. Wait, with the end
kneeling,
racism?
The kneeling and the end racism and all that, people were like canceling their subscriptions to NFL. Like they took a lifelong, not passion, but like hobby, I guess, or like enjoyment, and just threw it away because they disagreed with one thing that happened. which is just mind-boggling to me.
Even it doesn't have anything to do with the game. You can watch the game and enjoy the game, and like, yeah, I remember during the height of all that, I was working at HEB my senior year of high school, and there was this guy that came in, and they were talking. I think some cashier was trying to make small talk, and she was like, "Are you gonna be watching the game tonight?" You know, I don't watch that BS anymore. It's all political. I watch college, man. That's it. I'm like,
sport anyway.
if they're gonna print "end racism" on the end of the fields, and like people are gonna think that that's like terrible, it's like, man, you gotta look it in the mirror, man.
Like that's a you problem for sure. That with all that being said, Bud Light has moved on to the next round, but sparked a lot of controversy there.
Yeah, no, that was a good. Yeah, that was a good one.
Segment. All right, next up we got Ewing and Guinness. I'm not really fond about.
So I think I could weigh in a little.
Yeah, I'm not really sure. These two beers are out of my.
Two different, totally fucking different. I mean, freaking different. We should just do bleeps. Ewing's like a lager. It's from Pennsylvania, East Coast. It's good. It just recently, like I say recently, like within the past, like probably 5 or so years, started making its way down south and getting like, I don't know, normalized down here. And it's pretty solid. Guinness though is like that'll put some hair on your chest, you know, like that is like a dark beer, man. That yeah. In terms of quality, dude, you know what? I think Guinness has to move on this one.
Guinness, okay, yeah, I never had Ewing, but I do know Guinness is stronger, which means you'll get drunk faster, which means I'm all in. So Guinness is.
It's moving on.
All right, next up we got St. Arnold versus Michelob Ultra.
Okay.
I'll tell you, I'm a big Michelob. My family's a big Michelob Ultra family. It's what parents drink. It's what I drink sometimes.
A lot of people are big Michelob Ultra people. Like, it's the beer of San Marcos. I'll tell you that. That's for sure. It's the beer of our hometown, probably, Michelob Ultra.
It's the first beer I ever had.
Yeah, no, I think, like a lot of people mess with Michelob Ultra. St. Arnold's is a smaller brewery. It's a microbrewery in Houston, and I personally love St. Arnold's. It's not just one beer. They've got a bunch of different stuff. I love the lawnmower. That one's my favorite. They've got a Pilsner that's really good. They've got a bunch of different stuff, man. They're like, yeah, St. Arnold's is solid. I think though, bias aside, I think that it's got to be.
Michelob was my first beer, so it holds a special place in my heart.
Yeah, so we'll say Michelob moves on this one. Yeah, Michelob moves on.
All right, next we got Shock Top and Tecate.
Tecate
is a beer I've had once. I think it's Mexican. It's got like the eagle on it.
I've never had it.
I've had it once. It's like Mexican Bud Light. Okay. But it's no Shock Top, I'll tell you that. Have you had Shock Top before?
Shock Top with an orange is good.
Yeah, I gotta go with Shock Top over Tecate, which is another Colorado beer.
I have not had Tecate. I can't speak to that. Sorry if I offend Tecate.
Yeah, Tecate is just it's alright. Dale's Pale Ale versus Land Shark. Now you tell me about Dale's Pale Ale.
Ass.
Is it ass? Okay, I like Land Shark.
I'll give that one to Land Shark because I've also had Land Shark. I don't think it's great, but it's better than Dale's Pale Ale.
I don't think there's a cooler beer design out there, like can design, than Land Shark beer.
I disagree. I think Carbach's cooler. I think.
Have you seen a Land Shark beer? It's got a shark on it. Name one beer that. You're just a hater. Hater mag. We're going Land Shark for the next round. That's the first round, though, ladies and gentlemen. We're moving on to the Sweet 16. With the first matchup this should move much faster now that we're done discussing the context of every beer. We have Live Oak, and Sam Adams.
I think this one goes hands down Sam Addy, boy.
I have to agree with Sam.
I go Sam Addy.
I have no weight in Live Oak. There's no discussion.
I give it Sam Addy.
Sam Addy. Sam. Okay, next matchup. Oh, this is a heavyweight. Blue Moon and Shinerbach.
Man, I gotta go Blue Moon because you can dress it up with an orange.
Oh, Lord. This is hard I agree. I'm probably leaning more towards Blue Moon because it's more of a taste-wise, it's dominant. But if I see a 6-pack of Blue Moon and a 6-pack of Shiner, I am choosing Shiner. But Blue Moon, yeah, Blue Moon's.
Yeah.
Blue Moon's great.
You got to go Blue Moon on this one because you can dress. I personally think it's because you can dress it up with an orange, and that's the best one.
Deciding factor, really. For the next matchup, we got Coors Light and Modelo. I think
Modelo takes the cake on that one, 100%.
Modelo wins. I don't really. Coors Light, awesome can. He made a great run in the tournament, but taste-wise, you need help. You need help, buddy.
Coors isn't good. It's not good. And Modelo is good, and it's the beer of the UFC, and it's the beer. It is the beer of the UFC.
Next round, we got Stella Artois and Budweiser. This is a tough one because I don't really have a pull in either. I just know Budweiser is America's beer, and Stella Artois is the beer that beat Coors Banquet for me in the first round. So I hate them pretty much. I can't stand Stella.
You know, man, it's your podcast. If you wanna do the veto, you can. I personally think Stella, quality of beer wise, dude, it's Stella, man. It's Stella. And Stella's quality is so much better that it can outdo Budweiser.
It could outweigh the popularity of Budweiser.
I think so. I think so, man.
Are you? Frick. Okay, Stella Artois is in the Elite Eight.
Oh my God, dude! Who would have seen this coming? Not a lot of people.
Not me, that's for sure. Okay, on the other side of the bracket, we have Dos Equis and Love Street, which is a powerhouse of a duel. So this is one of my favorite beers versus one of your.
Dos Equis and Love Street. These are two of my favorite beers.
Yeah. I'm not picking Love Street straight up.
You know, for everything attached to Dos Equis, I'm talking like not only from like all the memories we have associated with it, but like to just like common, just everybody likes a good dressed Dos. But I don't always drink beer, but when I do, I drink Dos Equis. Stay thirsty, my friends. Okay.
Dos Equis is moving on. I don't care.
And I want to say they beat them by like a buzzer beater.
This is like a buzzer beater, like timeout, a couple foul calls.
Like Love Street might have got screwed. People are talking about like it's Memphis.
Yeah.
If I had to pick between a Dos Equis and a Love Street in the store, I'm going Love Street every day. It's cheaper, it's better. You can't dress it up as well though.
No. Nothing dresses like a Dos Equis. That's the best dressed award right there.
So too. It's got the best drip.
All right, next round we got Heineken and Bud Light. I think Bud Light moves.
Yeah, I want to say Bud Light clears because Heineken, the only thing they really have, I don't think I've ever really had a Heineken. Maybe I've had it once.
I've had a couple times. It's like a strong Dos Equis, right?
To me, it tastes more like, I know it's kind of like a Stella. Like, yeah, it's like a bit stronger. Like, it's just a little more.
Right.
But we're going to give it to Bud Light.
Yeah, not that it matters because they face Dos in the next round, but Bud Light's moving on. Okay, we got Guinness and Michelob Ultra. I'm going to go Ultra here.
I think Ultra clears.
Ultra also clears.
Ultra clears.
Yeah,
I don't think there's any debate.
Next, we got Shock Top and Land Shark, which it's pretty even matchup, I'd say. Shock Top is like the worst Blue Moon, while Land Shark is kind of just a mid-tier beer anyways. I gotta go with Shock Top just for the same reason Blue Moon. You could put an orange in it.
I think, dude, that's like such an underrated way to dress a beer.
No one dresses a beer with an orange like that.
When you put me on for sure because it's like lime, salt, that's it. That's really all you do with that. Or some people just put a lime, or some people just put salt. But it's like, and some people do both. But I've never heard of an orange. And then, dude, the Shock Top and then the Blue Moon with an orange. That's crazy, man. Shock Top clears.
Wins.
Man, this is actually. So we're going to the Elite.
We're all the way at the Elite Eight. We got Sam Adams and Blue Moon up first.
Oh, okay. So these are interesting. Yeah, this is good. Me personally, bro, not at all many beers that I like better than the Sam Adams Oktoberfest.
I like Blue Moon better, straight up. I'm just gonna stop.
Sam Adams Oktoberfest, the pumpkin-y, like
They were good.
That beer made me like beer.
Blue Moon was the first beer I've ever liked for the taste.
That was how I was with Sam Adams. That's
We might have to
crazy.
we might have to rock
Yeah, I
paper,
think we are because I
scissors.
think we both had the same experience with these two.
Yeah, this was my first beer that I was like, well, I could drink this like just for fun, like not even.
Same with. That's when I was working. I started working at the Gap, and at first, bro, like that first couple months, I was 21. I was drinking beer, and it was like, yeah, you know, like Love Street and stuff. Like, oh, this is easy, you know, like I'm not even. But then like when I had the Sam Adams Oktoberfest around, like I think it was like September something when it started coming out. I had a drink of it, dude, and I was like, oh my god, bro. Like, this is so good. The taste, everything. So I think we definitely got to do this.
Yeah, we're doing rock, paper, scissors. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
I did rock and you did scissors. And Sam Adams Oktoberfest it's better, man. It's like, yeah. I don't have much to say. I don't feel bad about it. It is what it is.
The next we got Modelo and Stella Artois, which I don't. The fact that one of these beers is making the final four makes me nauseous. That's what it's March.
Yeah, I know, but like, can we compare this to like one of the games from this year where it's like, man, this game, like, why did they make it this far? Either one.
Yeah, it was the Creighton and San Diego State game. That's what it was. Exact Elite Eight, same and everything. I'm like, why are both these teams here? I don't care.
Creighton made it to the Elite Eight.
Creighton
I
made it
forgot,
to the
dude.
Elite
I wasn't as tuned in. Once my bracket goes to garbage, I just stopped caring as much, man.
But I'm going with Modelo. Just I'll never root for Stella Artois again. You're always gonna have a battle, but voting for this year.
You're gonna go Modelo?
Yeah, I'm going with Modelo because I had it in the barber shop and it was a great experience. I walked into the barber. He's like, "You want a beer, man? We got Modelo."
Okay, I'll give you Modelo on this one because it's the beer of the UFC.
God.
It is a very popular beer. You know, I think Modelo is better than Stella, honestly. So I don't even know what I was talking about. Yeah, Modelo. I don't know.
You don't know what you're talking about their whole run.
Stella's good. I'm not taking any of that back. Stella's gas.
For the next game, we have Dos Equis and Bud Light. Sorry, Bud Light, you had a phenomenal run. You're a popular beer, but you're not beating Dos. I don't want to spoil it, guys, but I don't see a beer beating Dos Equis.
I mean, they look like a powerhouse this year.
Next game, we have Michelob Ultra and Shock Top. I'm going with Michelob Ultra here. Because Shock Top is just the bunk version of Blue Moon, or the worst version of Blue Moon.
You think it's not as good?
No, I don't think I think Shock Top is worse than Blue Moon, but it's the same concept, but just downgraded, in my opinion. But so I gotta go Ultra because it also holds a special place in my heart.
It's the beer of San Marcos. Let's bring Ultra.
Ultra to. Okay, guys, the final four.
So this is getting interesting, guys.
We have Sam Adams, Modelo, Dos Equis, and Michelob Ultra.
This is actually pretty solid. So we've got Sam Adams, which is like a lager normally,
Sam Adams is kind of an underdog run here.
We've got like mostly lagers, and then we've got a light beer, and that's pretty solid given everything that we didn't have many IPAs on here, did we? Like Voodoo Ranger wasn't on here.
I swear I put Voodoo Ranger.
Didn't make the tournament.
I thought it did, but it definitely didn't. They're in the first four. They battled against Stella Artois and lost. Stella Artois once again ruined the tournament.
Just ruined the tournament for
Stella.
literally everybody.
Okay, but for the first Final Four matchup, Sam Adams and Modelo. Might as well. I'm going with Sam Adams because.
Yep, Sam Adams clears. Sam Adams clears. This actually makes me super happy to see Sam Adams go to the championship. This next one's something we should talk about.
Yeah, this is like not one we should just. Dos Equis and Michelob Ultra.
Let's talk about Ultra's factors because it is the beer of our hometown. It's a beer that we kind of learned to drink. When we started drinking beers, Michelob Ultra was the beer that we started.
When I was illegally drinking, I was illegally drinking.
Yeah, exactly. It was not. I don't think I've legally, just voluntarily drank in a Michelob Ultra. Dos Equis, same kind of deal. Holds a special place in my heart. I associate that with legal drinking. I associate that with recent memories. Michelob, we liked it, hometown beer. It's what we originally started drinking. And yeah. But
But that's a big but. Because it's a big but because Dos Equis is on the other side of that but. And it's just... They both equally have the same pull, like memory pull. So we just got to go off taste. And unfortunately for Michelob, you can't stick a lime and salt on a Michelob bottle and it tastes that good. So in my opinion, Dos Equis is going to the championship game.
Dos Equis versus Samuel
And
Adams.
that makes Dos Equis and Sam Adams in the final round.
So
We got America. This is like the Battle of the Alamo right here. We got America versus America versus Mexico. And you know what happened last time at the Alamo, right?
Mexico cleared.
Mexico swept.
Sam Adams, Dos Equis. This one's a tough one for me personally. I think you probably.
I'm leaning Dos Equis 100%. I'm up for debate though. I'm up to be persuaded, just for the sake of a good championship matchup.
Well, I don't know, man, because I think that Sam Adams, Oktoberfest, super good. But we're not talking about just Sam Adams Oktoberfest, right?
We were talking about the whole spectrum. So Sam Adams everything versus Dos
Let's
Equis.
just talk. You know what? Honestly, if we're Dos Equis just has that lager.
Well,
Dos
Dos
Equis
Equis
also has a dark beer.
Okay, I haven't had that.
It's not nothing special really.
Sam
Dos Equis but strong.
Sam Adams has their normal Boston lager. That's their normal like go-to and everyday stuff that they're selling. That's not seasonal. Whatever season, they will always have a Boston lager. So let's just call it that then.
Right.
Well, but in the other rounds, I argued for the
Yeah,
Oktoberfest.
just pick the best Sam
We'll say
Adams.
Oktoberfest, and
Pick
we'll
them
say
at their
Sam
best.
Adams Oktoberfest.
Yeah.
If it's a Sam Adams Oktoberfest versus a Dress Dos Equis,
I don't think.
I think Dos Equis
I
wins
think
this
Dos
one.
Equis, like the Alamo, Mexico trounces. Mexico clears.
Oktoberfest is probably one of my favorite beers I've ever had, but Dos Equis is probably like
In a great matchup, Dos Equis is the official greatest beer out there. Our rule is our opinion is like, who would have saw? Not me.
I don't know. I thought maybe I could have persuaded like Love Street or something like personally like wanted, but that wasn't fun. I wanted to see like play.
Right. Exactly. You gotta look at every single perspective, not just the better beer. But anyway, that is it. Dos Equis is the winner. Thanks for tuning in with us, guys. Next episode, I gotta make one more, so I don't know what we'll talk about.
Am I gonna be here?
Anything.
If you want to, man.
Oh.
Y'all
vote.
Poll
Poll
vote.
All right, guys.
I won't
see
see
Y'all
the
drop
vote
this
being
down in the
released.
comments. Do y'all want me in this second one or not? Gang
Probably
shit.
will be, because I'm not gonna sit here alone and talk. It's just But we'll see y'all next time. Have a good one. Peace.